Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Vidiritam Kalma Shapaham Shravana Mangalam Shri Madatatam Bhuvi Grananthi Bhurida Janaha. Let us resume our discussion on Sri Ramakrishna's spiritual discourses with his intimate devotees at Shampukur in North Kolkata on 18th October 1885. We have been discussing the conversation between Sri Ramakrishna and one young devotee, Amrit, was the son of Dr. Mahendralal Sarkar. He is a typical young man who represents the modern youth. That's why this discussion is extremely relevant for the youth of the modern times. He is an educated young man with scientific outlook who is interested in meditation but who does not believe in God, in incarnation of God, as most youth do not. So those who do not believe in incarnation of God are usually classified as atheists. They are not devotees and they are not liked by devotees. So herein comes an interaction where we know the attitude of God Himself towards these people. Very interesting episode. How God looks after these young people. What He has to say. Now we have discussed at length about the art of meditation which he had with this young man. He said that how to meditate, and meditation in a nutshell means the art of concentration of mind, which is the secret to become successful in life wherever you are. Am I audible? Can you hear me? आपको सुनाई पड़ता है? Now, having finished this topic, Sri Ramakrishna himself is telling to Mahendralal Sarkar. Very interesting. Your son does not believe in the incarnation of God. Now, Sri Ramakrishna is the incarnation of God. He himself has said umpteen number of times that I was Krishna and I was Rama and I have been born as Sri Ramakrishna. He is telling to Swami Vivekananda. Now, what he tells about him for these young people, they do not believe, your son does not believe in God. That's all right. It does not matter if he does not believe in it. Further he says, your son is a nice boy. He is giving certification of a person who does not believe in himself. That is to be very clearly thought out and understood. What is this incarnation of God and why is it not necessary to believe in Him? Now, what is the incarnation? First of all, let us analyze. What does it mean to be an incarnation of God? We know whatever may be our belief, that there is a creator of this universe. It is not reasonable to think that we are created out of chaos and there is no discipline. He is created by an accident. But seeing the regular manner of this universe, there is a regular pattern of the season, regular pattern of rising of sun and setting of sun, it is but natural to believe that there is a creator of this universe who is running the show. And we call him God. That's all. But the conception of God, his nature, his name, that is variant. But it is but natural to think that God is almighty and God doesn't have a form, he is infinity. In all scientific understanding, infinity doesn't have a form or a shape, because as soon as you consider of a shape, that bounds the limits of the infinity. A finite shape cannot be infinity. It's contradiction of terms. So if God is infinity, he cannot have a shape or a form. This is our common understanding by one and all. Now, incarnation of God is a conception where we believe that the infinite God takes the form of a human being. Not only human being, any creature. In the Hindu Shastras it has been said, God descended as a fish, as a tortoise, etc. Now, when God, and God is not in this world, God is, he is all pervading. He is all pervading. Now, the incarnation of God defines God as someone who has come to this world, born in this world, taking a form, preferably a human form. So, that is the human approximation of the infinite God. That also is somehow acceptable. But what is jarring when you find the devotees say that this finite expression of God is no different than the infinite God, is a direct contradiction of terms. How the finite can be equal to the infinite? So normal people, scientific minded people do not believe in this. This is the controversy. The devotees say that this incarnation of God is all pervading, no different than the infinite. It is a contradiction of terms. For example, we say that God appeared in this earth as Sri Ramachandra, Sitapati Ram, or Krishna of Vrindavan. In Treta Yuga, God came as Ramachandra, we say he was the incarnation of God. In Dwapar Yuga, he came as Krishna, we call him as the incarnation of God. He may be an human approximation, but the devotees of Krishna says, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Here comes the controversy. How a finite form of Krishna can be equal to the infinite dimension of God. So that is not accepted by scientific minded people, especially the youth. And interestingly, that God is aware of this controversy. Here Sri Ramakrishna says, the Amrit does not believe in incarnation of God, that is fine. That does not limit his becoming a good person. He says he is a nice person. So how this conception came, incarnation of God, and why is it necessary? Now this topic comes in the Bhagavad Gita. Now Arjuna, he was in the Krishna, in the life of Krishna, was a friend of Krishna. He did not believe that Krishna was a God. He believed him as his friend, childhood friend, Sakha, bosom friend, and they were relations also. Now Sri Krishna gave him the sermon of Bhagavad Gita. And he says that it is not the first time this knowledge I am giving to you. I discussed this number of times before. This I discussed first, that to Vivaswan, Imam Vivaswati, in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he says, Imam Vivaswati Yoga Pruktavanam Hamakvayam Vivaswan Manave Praha Manavik Brava. So I first gave this message to Vivaswan. Vivaswan gave to his son Manu. Manu gave to his son Ikshaku and all that. But by the time the message got tarnished, polluted, so I am giving it again in a pristine glory. Now Arjuna naturally asks the question, he is a questionable mind. He says, Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvata. You are saying that you gave this message to Vivaswan, who was several hundred years ago. So how could you give this message to a person who existed several hundred years ago? It's not possible. Then Sri Krishna says, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna. Tani aham veda sarvan natvam veda. You see, Arjuna, this is not the first time I am born. I was born before many times. You do not know, you have forgotten, but I know. This is the first question, first statement Sri Krishna gives, which we will have to acknowledge. Most of us know our date of birth. We do not know what has happened before our birth. Many people think we didn't have any existence which has dropped from the heaven. But that is not acceptable by reason. We cannot be just dropped from the heaven and be born and then disappear after our death. So it is about fitness of think that we existed before, we are existing now and will exist again. That is as per the science. Nothing becomes extinct. The change of form. Sri Krishna says that same thing in Bhagavad Gita. That it's not that we didn't exist before, and it's not that we'll be extinct after our death. We'll be existing now, later, as we existed before. The same thing appears as God. So God says, I appear again and again, taking human form. And that is called incarnation of God. So let him appear and let him do his work. How is it concerned with us? In the 9th verse of chapter 4, Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, Janma kanma chame divyam jumam vetti tattvataha tyakta deha punarjanma naiti mametu sorjuna. It's an important message he gives. Now, as I said, that all of us existed before our birth and all of us will exist after our death also. As has been said in the Bhagavad Gita, that our birth and death are interrelated. Jatasya hi dhruvo janmam. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu. Mritam janma sutasya cha. Whoever has been born must die. I think none of us deny this fact. None of us think that we will be existing forever. The message is, whoever has been born must die one day or other. We may not know the date of our death, but we are certain that one day we will die. So Bhagavad Gita mein Sri Krishna is saying the same truth. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu. Dhruva hai, constant hai. Those who are born must die. Fine. Then he says, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Those who are being born, those who are dying must be born again. That has to be thought about. We are sure that we will die, but we are not all sure they will be born again. Many people are willing to be born, many are not. But here he says, whether we want or not, we have to be born again. Why? Because simple law is that as you sow, so you reap. जो बोएगा उसको उगाना पड़ेगा. Whatever you have done, you have to bear the fruit of your work. There is no escape. Whatever you do, that will bear some result, good and bad. And we have to take responsibility of that task. If somebody foolishly thinks that he can do whatever he likes, he can take loan, he can do all the nonsense of this world and commit suicide, and then he escapes. No escaping. He has to bear the fruit of his work, whatever has been done here. If he think that suicide is the solution of the life, we are mistaken. Why? Because whoever has done any work, the work will bear some fruit, good or bad, and will be responsible either here or later. If we have not exhausted the resultant, we have to come again in another form. That is called Janmantar. And this goes on ad infinitum. This is the law. We are born, we do some work, that work generates some fruit, and we bear the fruit in our next birth. Next birth also we do some work, and it goes on ad infinitum. There is no escape. So we are bound by this invincible chain of birth and death. जन्म मृत्यु का जंजीर में हम लोग फंसे हुए हैं. We cannot escape. None can. This statement of scientific fact. हम लोग जो कर्म करेंगे, कर्म का फल हमें भुगतना पड़ेगा. No one else will come and do it. अच्छा कर्म किया, अच्छा फल मिलेगा. बुरा कर्म किया, बुरा फल में मिलेगा. No one can help us. Now, in this scenario, is there any way out? That is the way out called mukti, emancipation. Our ancestors say that if one tries hard, do sadhana, spiritual practice, then by the grace of God, he can make his account nil. This is compared with the transfer of accounts. You know, in the accounts, the closing balance of a financial year, 31st March, becomes the opening balance of the following financial year, 1st April. So whatever jama kharach hua hai, plus minus, they will be transferred on the following day, the first account of the next year. So the closing balance of our this life will be the opening balance of our next life. And it goes on. Now, if by chance the closing balance becomes nil, zero, then there will be nothing to make the khata open next financial year, it becomes zero. So if by somehow we can neutralize our account in this life, then we escape the chance of being born again. This is called the state of mukti, emancipation, freedom. Freedom from the cycle of birth and death. Now this is a long drawn process. It's not easy. You go on making tapasya, the sadhana, there are a lot of ways in our shastras, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, detailed analysis is there by which people have been trying for thousands of years and they are being emancipated also. There is a long drawn way. But there is a shortcut. Now here Bhagavan says in the verse 9 of chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita, he says this is the normal way of getting rid of the cycle of birth and death by repeated penance and practice and bhajan, sadhana, etc. The shortcut is, if one understands the secret of the incarnation of God, then they escape the cycle of birth and death. The verse says, Janma karma chame divyam. This Lokik Janma karma, this incarnation of God, Jo mam vetti tattvata, he who knows it, understands it. Tvaktva deha punarjanma, after he leaves this body, punarjanma naiti mamit, he is not born again. So his freedom is guaranteed. That's why people study the life and teachings of the incarnation of God. This is the secret. Why should he study? When Krishna was born or Rama was born, that is obscure. Why should he study their life? What is the relevance? This is a question of historicity. Where was it born, in Ajodhya or Mathura? But the solution, if you think about the incarnation, if you think about Ramachandra, his life, or Krishna, his life, then that helps us to become free after we are dead. That is the advantage of studying the life of incarnation of God. But that does not mean those who do not discuss the incarnation of God, they are sinners. As Sri Ramakrishna himself says, Amrit does not believe in incarnation of God, but that doesn't mind. It doesn't matter. He is a good person. We can nevertheless be good and do our work properly without having any belief in incarnation of God. The first statement endorsed by Sri Ramakrishna. Nevertheless, we must ask that why God is incarnated? Why does it take the trouble to become a human manifestation? Because it enables the devotees to become free. One reason. Many reasons are there. One reason is those who are trying to become free, by their effort becomes easy just by thinking the divine life and teachings of the incarnation. Anyone. We can think of Ramachandra, Krishna or whatever, Sri Ramakrishna, and this thought and this contemplation enables us to become free. But that does not mean it is mandatory requirement. We may not. We may go on doing good work, be born again, but those who want to be free, they can think of this option. Here is Sri Ramakrishna saying that your son is a good person, he doesn't believe in incarnation of God, but that doesn't matter. So those of us who do not believe in Sri Ramakrishna need not be discouraged that they are bad people. They are good. He says he is a nice person. So we have to understand the reason why. Why should he think of him? Because for our advantage. He doesn't want, God does not want that we think of him. Those of us who want to be free from the cycle of birth and death, no one wants to be a slave. हम लोग एक स्लेव, हम लोग जंजीर में फंसा हुआ एक कृतदास जैसे हैं. If you think deeply, you cannot escape. When you are born, you must die. When you die, you must be born. You cannot escape. Normally, whether you believe it or not, whether you know it or not, that is immaterial. हम लोग एक जंजीर में बंधा हुआ कृतदास जैसे हैं. But no one wants to be a slave. Everyone wants to be free. This is one way, not the only way. One way to be free is to think and study the life of incarnation of God. Anyone you may take. It's not necessary you can think of Sri Ramakrishna only. You can think of Rama, Krishna. There are many incarnations of God we know. Rama, Krishna, Buddha, etc. Whomsoever you take up and study, there is a way to become free. Now the advantage of thinking of Sri Ramakrishna is, he is the latest and the best, as has been explained by Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda was a very, very intelligent and representation of the modern youth. He interacted with Sri Ramakrishna threadbare. He didn't believe in incarnation of God. He didn't believe in Sri Ramakrishna. He was saying in the beginning of his life, he was a mad fool. Vivekananda, he scolded Sri Ramakrishna as a fool, as a mad. But later, he had to agree, he was convinced then no, he is not a fool, he is not a mad person, he is a direct incarnation of God. Not only a direct incarnation of, he is the best of the manifestation. So it's a detailed history. So it is to our advantage we study the life of Sri Ramakrishna and try to become free. If we do not want, doesn't matter, we can carry on our activities. But when we think of him, that there is an advantage available to us, why not? So with this question we end here. We'll continue further in our next Sunday class. Niranjanam nityam ananta rupam bhaktanukampadvita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namama. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. If you have any question, go ahead, or you can send your question over email. We close now with the chanting of the Lord. Please join with me. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om. Thank you.